And we are at the studios of Barclay Pierce Capital's Wealth Management Division. Now, with an update on the week. Now, we've seen the market rally towards the end of last week. We had a 3-day leave, so we actually got two units of U.S. market that managed to tear a hole through the ceiling. Do you think that's going to continue?
I struggle to see. I can't believe that the Nasdaq's flat for the month.
Yep.
Considering where we were at the start.
It's been a hell of a journey,
It's sort
hasn't
of
it?
incredible. I struggle to see how the market can sort of make new highs. The good news is in terms of, I think if China and Trump sort of come to a deal on tariffs, but I think that's sort of a while away anyways. And I think that's sort of baked in. I think gold's sort of overbought at this level, and I think there will be some, just a minor pullback, a bit of consolidation, and I still think that these gold companies are going to be able to print a lot of money over the next sort of few years, but some of those valuations started running a little bit too hard the last sort of few weeks. So what I've been seeing is using that as a funding mechanism, so rotating out of the gold and into some of these oversold companies, but I think we sort of gyrate from here is my sort of.
It's definitely the jury is definitely out. I don't even know if the jury is in the building with regards to whether this is settled or not.
On what?
On the tariffs, on the situation. Truth be told, when it comes to what everyone said, was everyone just seemed to assume at the end of last week, okay, it's done, it's solved, get involved.
Yeah.
Even if that was the case, which it's not, even if that was the case, then there's still the situation that you've got empty shelves which are now starting to appear in the US because physically things were not moved from China to America, and there is still a 3-month lead time to be able to get things on the shelves coming up. That was in fact the thing that moved Donald Trump, apparently, anecdotally, to make the changes that he made towards the end of last week and some of the concessions that he made on the tariffs, was because he was given fair warning that there was going to be crappy products or no products on the shelves for July 4th, and that was really going to start to turn people, that would hit home more than anything. As it stands right now, the way that the ordering system and wholesaling and inventory management work, you need to get yourself set now to be set for Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So the fact that things are going on now, 40% of ships that left China over the weekend were empty. There are currently ghost ships that are floating around waiting for sort of the next thing to happen, for this thing to get relaxed so they can then pick up again. Even if it started today, you've still got a record number of businesses, small businesses going bankrupt in the US, and I think that there's probably a bit more tension that's coming out of the US than that. Which means for me,
I think that's a bit hyperbole.
No,
So I mean, what you're saying is kind of sound, but I think you've gone to a bit to the extreme there.
There have been bankruptcies.
There won't be completely bankruptcies right now already.
Already.
That can't be because of tariffs, which only just came in a month ago.
Well,
that's a whole different issue.
Okay. Anyway, however, do you think that?
However, there is now a 10% tariff on pretty much everything that imports. So what's going to happen is the Fed's hands are tied in terms of being able to cut more.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be long sort of US Treasuries.
Wouldn't be long US Treasuries.
And I would sell into this Nasdaq rally.
I'm going to sell tops as well. I'm selling pops. I'd like to sort of take my money, pull it back over to here if I could, which I can. Take my money, pull it back over here, buy Aussie bonds. Potentially, if I think that if there's actually more tension and more tremors in the impending, then we'll see yields come off. That will potentially mean our yields come off. Treasuries could rise as well. As a trade, over the next couple of months, you could see bonds rally.
Yeah,
Does that sound unreasonable?
No, I think that sounds very reasonable. I think if things turn down here, the RBA definitely has the ability to cut.
Yep.
And so that's good for sort of treasuries.
All right. Well, we're going to know more over the next couple of weeks. That's it. Keep in mind, if you'd like to register for a portfolio review, click the links that are involved in that as well. And any other questions you've got for myself or Jack or any of the team, please make sure to reach out and let us know as well. I'm James Whelan, Managing Director of the Barclay Pierce Capital Wealth Management Team, joined here by Jack Colreavy. Thank you very much for joining us today, Jack.
Thanks.
Have a good one. Stay safe.